you think it's more because of the pandemic, or is it more because relations with the United States have gotten so sour?
Yeah.
They decided what is the
Looking at how space
complete the closure maneuver.
Has something changed in the last?
We copy. Closure maneuver complete.
landing space.
We'll
Interesting.
move on to 4.041, section 4.
We copy and concur.
All right, so our manual flight test has been completed. We're standing by for them to now resume approach 1. So to move in from that waypoint 1, we're already inside of the keep out sphere at this point. Dragon's holding just 176 meters from the space station. Pretty soon they're going to be approaching.
Demonstration. I only had to twist Doug's arm for 2 or 3 minutes to get him to allow me to deactivate the piloting controls.
We copy. Excellent. Thank you. And with that, we ask that you, from the display used for manual piloting, please go to audio settings and adjust a gain setting for seat 1 or 4. And in addition, we would appreciate any handling qualities evaluation of the proximity piloting possible.
We've completed the gain setting adjustment for seat 1, and I'll turn it over to Doug for the handling quality quick look. SpaceX Dragon on the big loop for the handling qualities. It flew just about like the Sim, so my congratulations to the folks in Hawthorne. Flew really well, very crisp. It was a little sloppier and wide, just like we saw in the Sim, but all the other axes, as well as exposure and opening, were all just as perfect.
Excellent to hear. Thank you.
That kind of gives you an indication of sort of how the design process works. You know, Bob and Doug have had lots of opportunities to test this out and sim it and give their feedback. Pretty cool to hear that their sim experience was very similar to what they saw actually on orbit. Just, I think you said 170 meters away from the station right now?
Yeah, we're just 176, and I imagine as a spacecraft designer, that's exactly what you want to hear, is the way that I trained you in it here on the ground is exactly how it performed once you're there for the real thing. So the second manual piloting test in the books, Bob and Doug putting Dragon through its paces. Now we're time to put it all to where we get to our endpoint. We're ready to get Dragon docked to the International Space Station.
The ground will be resuming approach shortly. We do plan to hold briefly at waypoint 2, so a reminder that crew visors down are not required until the ground is preparing to command the final approach.
Next Dragon recopy. We'll hold at waypoint 2 for clouds, and then we'll get our visors and once you command.
We copy.
And station hits Houston on the big loop. As you've heard, Endeavour is resuming its approach to waypoint 2. Chris, you can monitor now for step 2. Step 2 and 1.104 Crew Dragon approach and retreat monitor. Copy, step 2 will work.
Pretty cool view of the International Space Station from Dragon. This would actually be overlaid, or rather their controls would be overlaid on the displays on top of this view. And we got to see some pretty cool views from behind. Actually, there's a view right there. You can see the station on their displays. Visors up, Doug in the left seat, Bob in the right seat.
Yeah, so at this moment, Dragon is going to be resuming the approach. As we heard them informing the crew, they're going to have that one final hold when they're just 20 meters away. That's going to be at waypoint 2. We're expecting it to be a brief hold while the teams all tag up and do a final go to move in for docking. Getting a great look at the space station itself. The docking port is right in the center of our screen. You can see another spacecraft currently docked to the space station, the Japanese HTV spacecraft currently docked to the Earth-facing port. One of those common berthing mechanisms also on Node 2. So Dragon will be the second vehicle to be docked to the Harmony module once it makes its final approach. And it's moving in right now. Again, just to give you an idea of how quickly they're moving, they're going at about 0.3 of a meter per second right now. And so if you're having any trouble with that docking simulator online, remember to just slow things down a little bit, and your chances will go up exponentially. We just passed 140 meters away. We'll get our live video comm back with the space station momentarily. As soon as we do, we'll bring you back up there. But for now, Bob and Doug continuing to fly in. They're just 135.
You can see much more clearly there the hinge mechanism for the nose cone. Those 4 black circles are the 4 bulkhead picos, not to be used at this time. And of course the pedals of the soft capture system. Wow.
Dragon on the big loop, we're inside 10 meters. We cannot make out the darkest docking target, but we do see the outline.
We copy inventory 10 meters.
Right, we're less than 10 meters away. Again, we're closing at that rate of less than 1/10 of a meter per second. We should be just about 1 minute 45 seconds away from docking.
There is a centerline camera right in that middle, so that you can see where the forward hatch is, and right in the middle of that there's a window, and there's a centerline camera that is aligned with the center of the vehicle and the center of the docking mechanism. So that is what the autonomous docking system is using to line up with sort of a cross-hatch, cross-target on the docking port. Again, the forward docking port on PMA2, or the pressurized mating adapter.
We are just 5 meters away. Again, we're racing that sunset. This Dragon continues to close, 4 meters to go.
Those shadows of the space station on the vehicle.
Vehicle is launching at the space. Those who have seen it,
yeah, you can actually see the centerline camera pretty clearly there, sort of with the contrast of the sun right now.
3 meters to go.
3 meters to go. The vehicle is launching at the space.
2 meters
to go. 1 meter to go.
We are inside the hands-off point, the chop, the crew hands-off point. 1 meter to go.
Space as the vehicle has launched.
Soft capture complete.
Dragon. Soft capture confirmed. Stand by for retraction and docking.
And we just heard it, soft capture. We have docking, that coming at 7:16 a.m. Pacific time, with the station and Dragon flying 262 statute miles right over the border between northern China and Mongolia.
You saw a little bit of motion there of Dragon. That was that relative motion that the soft capture system is damping out. Once that motion is clear, then the soft capture
kwani ulikuwa nadhani hata hakukuwa work in progress? No. Si moja tu. Sio mkubwa.
Waiting for the goods to enter the satellite space. What a moment. You didn't see it happening, but now you can see it really.
Hi, Jabo. You're also working from home, eh?
Thank you, everybody, for witnessing the space launch. The vehicle has launched. This is the life that we are heading to.
Dragon and Station at Houston calling on the Big Loop. And getting ready to transition the comm system to hardline, at which time we're going to do a couple comm checks. We just want to make sure everybody's on board with that and aware. So first, maybe let me know if you hear this and if you're good with that plan.
Yeah, Houston, on the Big Loop, we have you loud and clear.
Fit head it opposite the other way.
Houston Station, copy, concurs.
Okay, Endeavor and Station, we have it loud and clear on right now. We are putting it in work now, so transitioning comm system to hardline, and we'll call you back for voice checks momentarily.
Yeah.